Welcome to the Conquering Hill Morning Talk Show and Podcast. I'm your host, Nicholas Gagnier. It's a blessing to be here today to speak with you because whatever you decide to do in your life, it's your choice. You decide how far you want to go. There are no excuses. So, today, January 26th, 2024, this month is just moving along day by day, right? It wasn't too long ago when it was the new year and we all thought about our New Year's resolutions, all the things we wanted to change for ourselves to create better habits, to have the best year possible. Um, it's almost like a yearly ritual for most of us, you know. Some of us do write down our goals and we get moving towards them, and all of our all of our dreams and goals for the year we we work towards them, and then sometimes we get stuck, and sometimes we kind of just forget about it slowly and just kind of give in, and for whatever reason we stop, and we make excuses why we stopped. So today I want to speak to you about no more excuses. Stop using excuses. We can always use an excuse for whatever is happening in our daily life, why things are a certain way, what's going on at our job, what's happening inside of our household with our family, our current circumstances. We can always use an excuse. Those excuses are just meant to make us feel better, to kind of stop us from taking accountability for what's really going on in the situation, whether or not we are to blame or not. So, no more excuses. Put those aside. Start working on solutions. We might not always be able to find a solution right away. Sometimes we do have to go back to the lab a little bit and work a little bit harder and try to figure out what is the solution to this problem, because we will always be facing problems in our life. We might have some problems right now, and the solution to that problem is not easy to grasp, but we have to work towards it. We see it, but we just know that it's going to take a little bit of hard work to get to it and figure things out. Because excuses, anyone can make an excuse about it. I don't want to get out of bed today. I woke up again today at 6 o'clock, and usually by the end of the week, I'm it's a little slower to get out of bed, but I told myself, gotta get up. You're a machine. Roll out of bed, do some push ups. And I did. No excuses. I'm not going to create an excuse that I'm tired that I can't get out of bed this morning. So here I am on my live Facebook page and YouTube, coming to you, streaming live Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. You can find the replay on Spotify and my YouTube channel later on. So I do appreciate you swinging by to have a listen. Hopefully, I can provide a little bit of inspiration, motivation, and value to your day. And so think about the next time you decide to make an excuse. Think about the next time you give an excuse to your boss at work, to your child why you can't be there, an excuse to your wife why you didn't do something around the house, or your husband. We can all make excuses. And listen, I've made plenty of excuses in my life, but I try to be more solution oriented. Fix that problem. There's always a solution to a problem. To every equation out there, there is a solution. 2 plus 2 will always equal 4. Maybe not in clown world, but in our world, 2 plus 2 will always equal 4. So what excuse do you commonly use for your shortcomings? For the reason why you decide to give up and quit on the day, or you just don't want to finish strong today? What is the excuse that you use? You know, there's nothing worse than maybe being at your job and you're trying to find an answer to the problem, and the same person is always giving you excuses why things aren't working, why things aren't going well. They never try to give you a solution, a possible solution to the problem. They'll always just feed you an excuse of why things aren't going particularly well in this situation, why they weren't on time, why they didn't give a little extra effort, why they didn't stay late, why they didn't find the reason for this mess, for this problem. There's got to be a solution out there. You can find the solution. So don't give excuses anymore. Get away from those excuses. There's no excuse why you can't exercise 15 minutes a day. There's no excuse why you can't wake up an extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the morning, a little bit earlier to start your day. There's no excuse why you can't put a little bit more time in at work, make a few more extra phone calls. There's no excuse. There's no excuse why you can't put the phone down, turn the TV off, and spend some more time with your family, with your children. There are no excuses. You decide, like I always say, how far you want to go in this world. So you decide what's going to propel you forward, and you decide what's going to stop you. The most common one is I'm a little tired. I don't feel like doing anything today. I woke up, I'm a little sore. I woke up, I don't feel that great. I'm not gonna go to work today. I'm just gonna sit around the house and veg out because I don't feel 100%. Because the great ones, the people that are moving forward, the people that refuse to stop, will find a way. They'll keep moving forward. They refuse to allow any little thing to stop them. This minute feeling that they feel, I don't feel 100%. They just received some bad news from a family or friend. They're gonna let that stop them in their tracks. The great ones keep moving forward. The great ones keep putting the work in. The great ones refuse to make excuses, especially when times get tough. Excuses. Ugh. Don't make them anymore. Stop using them. There's no reason for them, only to make you feel better about your decision, about moving forward, about chasing your dreams. Why did you stop? Why did you stop chasing your dreams? What was the reason? Is there an excuse? Can you create an excuse for me? Why didn't you do well in that test? Why didn't you finish the project on time? Why weren't you there for your children's basketball game, soccer game? Why weren't you there? See, these are all excuses that you can make. And in the moment, you can rationalize those excuses and kind of give yourself a cop out. There's no more. There are no more excuses to use. Because if you keep using one excuse today and another excuse tomorrow, your life is going to be filled with excuses that you'll have nothing to show for it in the end. Or in the end, when you look back and you kind of contemplate what your life has become, you'll dig into your pocket and you'll have a handful of excuses why your life turned out this way. And you will feel regret why you didn't try to live your best life, why you didn't want to live your dreams, why you didn't want to accomplish all the things that you wish you could accomplish when you were younger. No more excuses. Stop using those to justify your current situation. Solutions. Find a solution. It's always not going to be there. You're not going to find a solution the first try. But if you settle on excuses, you'll never look for solutions. Remember that. If you ever settle on all these excuses, your life is going to become one giant excuse. And you're not going to be happy with yourself. And you're just going to create this spiral effect where you're gonna feel like you're in a gutter and everything's against you, everyone's against you. Then you take on this victim mentality. The world's against you. When in all actuality, you have the ability to flip it, to use some of those circumstances as fuel to move forward, to become better, to live your best life. So, whatever excuse you find yourself using on a day to day basis of why you don't want to get up in the morning and work hard, why you don't want to put the extra time in at work, the excuse why you can't read another book, can't study a little longer, can't be there on time for your loved one's event, why you can't be there on time for work. All these little excuses. Stop using them. There are no more excuses. Those will stop you from being the best version of yourself. So find that solution. Find that solution. Understand that I've been making excuses my whole life and I'm done. I'm done. Because once you start doing that, then you start picking up everyone else's excuses that are around you. And then you won't tolerate it. You're like, I'm done. I'm done listening to your excuse. Give me some answers. Give me some solutions. I want solutions. I don't want excuses. How are we going to fix this problem? How are we going to rectify this issue? Become solutions based. It's all within inside of you. Every single day. Every single time. You can do it. I know you can. Because in life, when I think about certain mistakes that I've made and why I made them, yeah, those reasons why I chose certain things, but I try not to make an excuse of why certain things happened. It was a stupid choice. I'm going to use that failure or that ignorant choice that I made and learn from it. So you can reflect on all the horrible decisions that you made and some of the excuses why you decided to do that and learn from it. Never allow it to happen again. Because we are in 2024, living in the present. We don't know how much time we have left. So you need to start living your best life today, tomorrow, and in the moment. Every single day, you can do this. It's easy to fall into the trap of making excuses. It's easy to give up, to quit on the day. Oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't feel good today. Something's wrong today. I got a flat tire. Broke my phone. I lost my keys. I can't make it. These are all excuses. Small little hurdles that you have to overcome throughout the day to get to point B, C, or D. Create an excuse why you can't reach those points. The great people keep moving forward. The most successful people keep moving forward no matter what is in front of them, no matter what is blocking them, all the obstacles. And some take those as challenges and they work harder, put a little more extra work. They use that as motivation to become unstoppable. Because there's only one way, and that's winning. They refuse to become the victim. In life, see, there are two people in life. There are winners, and there are people that choose not to win and decide to become a victim. What person are you? Do you want to sit down, lay down, and become a victim every single day and use an excuse why your life is this way? Maybe you didn't grow up in the best home. You lost your job. You didn't go to the best school. But you're alive. You're breathing. You have an opportunity right now to live the best version of yourself, to become the best version of yourself, to live your best life, to be who you are meant to be, to bring out into this world all these talents and abilities that you've been suppressing because you've been afraid and making excuses why you don't think you can do it, why you don't think you're good enough for whatever reason, whether or not those are people that are telling you that, or you're reading about it on social media, because you've always been put down. You've been allowed for people to just ridicule you and put you down where you've never been able to grow and express who you really are, what benefits to the world that you can truly bring. No more excuses. No more excuses now. The time is now to keep moving forward. The time is now to live your best life. 2024, what do you got? I know you got some more. Keep going forward. Well, this year is a big year of changes, right? Or an election year. Seems like a lot is always going on when you turn on, the news or you're reading about national events, whether it's, the border chaos, the illegal immigrants flooding into the country, or there's outside wars that are happening, or, the inflation. There's all these things that are happening that can discourage us. The craziness of the world. The world is on fire. So these kind of things can kind of paralyze us and kind of just allow us or to just stop in our tracks and kind of give up hope of what we want to do because the world's screwed up anyways. Why do I care? It doesn't matter. Those are all excuses. Because whatever's happening outside in the world, whether you're reading about on your computer or your phone or you're watching on your television, whatever's happening out there has no effect how much effort you can give in, how you can put out day in and day out. There's no effect on your work ethic. So, because even even all the craziness that's happening in this world, you're still breathing. You still have an opportunity. You need to block it out. Keep moving forward. The world's always been crazy. There's always been problems going on in this world. Now they're just a little more magnified because we have our 24-hour news cycle. Don't stop. You can't stop moving forward. Don't use anything as an excuse. They're easy. They're easy to use. I understand this. Excuses are easy to use just to justify your decision to quit or not give 110%. No more excuses. Become solutions based oriented. Think solutions. Become a problem solver. Think a little bit more critically about things that are happening around you. Use problems as an opportunity. Because with every problem, there's a solution, right? So there's an opportunity there for you to learn something, for you to gain something. You need to flip things on its head. You need to flip that switch about things that are happening. Because once you start changing your mindset to becoming more positive, things will become much easier. Start looking at life a little bit differently. The universe will start working with you. Because if you're always in that constant mindset of being a victim of, or feeling depressed because of what's happening in the world or what your current life circumstances are, you'll continue to stay there. You will continuously use excuses to keep yourself there. You'll keep yourself there because you don't know how to get out of it. You become paralyzed instead of looking for those solutions, instead of understanding what is happening around you. The majority of the time, they're very small things, small events that are occurring around you, but you blow them up into these big problems and big issues that you don't know how to fight them, because it's just easier just to quit. It's easier just to stop. No more excuses. Stop giving an excuse to your boss. Stop giving an excuse to your spouse or your children. Become solution based. Think solutions. They're all right there for you. Got to work for it. Got to fight for it. A little bit of sweat and tears never hurts. Because you can give in at any moment. You can quit at any moment. You can crawl inside that hole at any moment. It takes a fighter to keep moving forward. It takes a fighter to get back up. It takes a fighter to crawl out of that hole and to become successful. I think about one of the excuses I could have used in my life, where me and my ex-wife split up when my oldest daughter was 4 years old, living in a different country. I could have used the excuse that I can't come see you because I'm in America now and you're in Panama. I could have sold her that excuse, but it wasn't an excuse. That was the problem. I had to find a solution. But I could have fed her that excuse her whole life. Well, your mom didn't want to be with me anymore, so all of a sudden you're over there 5,000 miles away and I'm over here, and that's the way life is. I could have fed her that excuse her whole life. And maybe she would have believed it for a certain period of time, and then she would have understood that I was a choice. So these excuses that you make and the excuses that I could have made would have been a choice. Instead, I used that problem in my life, that issue in my life that I had to overcome, that I had to fight for. And I turned it into one of the greatest accomplishments I ever did in my life. Something that I'm proud about. So everyone inside of them, everyone has something in their life that has knocked them down. And you could use that excuse to stay down. You could create an excuse out of thin air why you just need to give up and just stop and just, that's it. I'm done. It's easier. It's easier just to give yourself that reason, create an excuse why you don't have to fight for something anymore. It's run its course. Time's up. And guess what? There's a solution out there. If you go and you look for it and try to create it and bring everything all together, you'll feel that much more proud about what you're able to do, and you'll appreciate your ability to fight through anything. Because once you realize you can fight through the toughest of times and get back up and keep moving forward during the toughest of times, it creates like calluses in your heart and your mind. You just keep moving forward. It doesn't matter what's happening. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You're going to keep moving forward now because there are no more excuses. I don't even want to hear excuses, right? They drive you nuts. People start making excuses. I don't want to hear excuses. Please tell me what you're going to do about it. Give me a solution to this problem. I want to. I don't want to want to want. I'm sorry. I do not know. Want to know why you can't accomplish this. I do not want to know why you're quitting. Why things are currently are. Move forward. Give me a reason why you are not going to stop until the job is done. All of us have the power within ourselves. All of us have the same amount of time. All of us have the ability to give 110% effort every single day. But most of us give excuses while we're not working towards our dreams and goals. Sometimes all of us will give excuses why we don't want to keep moving forward, keep going, study a little harder, make those extra calls. We'll give you an excuse why we didn't do it. We'll give our friends and family or parents excuses why we failed and why we quit. I didn't like my teacher. Oh, I didn't like my coach. My boss, he's an asshole. Excuses, excuses. You let all these external factors and people and voices, the world, stop you from living your best life because you just decided it's easier to create an excuse for you to stop, to accept no accountability for what is happening in your life, your circumstances in your life, the project that must be completed, the task that must be completed, your dreams and goals that are out there waiting for you to chase, waiting for you to obtain, to live out. But that excuse is right there floating and it's coming towards you. And it's just so easy, just so easy to accept that excuse and use it as like a shield to everything that's happening. That doesn't matter. No more excuses. I'm tired of hearing them. I stop myself when I'm almost about to give one. I'm like, no, 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 no. That's an excuse. I know this is an excuse. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to tell you this reason why I failed. No more excuses. Only solutions. I know you have it within you. So keep moving forward. Keep working hard. 110% effort every single day. And you'll never have to give another excuse in your life. I promise you that. So I want to thank you for joining me today here on my Facebook and YouTube channel, streaming live Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. And you can find the replay on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.